Have you ever stopped? Not because you were tired, but because the world suddenly felt sacred? A stillness that almost whispered to you? Like the wind brushing gently through the trees? What if in every breath you've ever taken, you were speaking the name of God, and never even knew it? There is a name older than time, so holy, it was once forbidden to be spoken aloud. A name whispered by prophets, veiled in fire, hidden in the breath of life itself. And somehow, you've been saying it since the moment you were born. This is the sacred secret of the name, Yahweh. A name you've been speaking your whole life, without a single word. Are you ready to discover what's been hidden in plain sight? In the ancient Hebrew tongue, God's name was written with just 4 letters: Yod, He, Vav. No vowels, no easy pronunciation. This sacred name was so holy, the Jewish people wouldn't dare to speak it aloud. Instead, they used other titles, like Adonai, or simply said Hashem, meaning the name. But where did it all begin? It began with fire, a bush that burned, but was not consumed, and a man standing barefoot on holy ground, trembling in the desert. Moses asked a question that echoes through time. Who shall I say sent me? And God replied, I am who I am. Not a title, not a rank, but a presence, a being, a promise. I am the one who was, and is, and always will be. But what if this wasn't just a moment in history? What if this name wasn't just spoken to Moses, but breathed through you every moment of your life? Could it be that this ancient name is closer than we think? Closer than even your heartbeat? Let's look closer at the name itself. Yod, He, Vav. Each letter, more than just a sound, carries a picture, a symbol, a meaning. In ancient Hebrew, letters were not just phonetic, they were visual. Yod, the smallest letter, means hand. He means behold, or to reveal. Vav is the image of a nail, a peg that binds, and again, He, behold. Now listen carefully. Behold the hand, behold the nail. A hidden message, buried in God's name. From the beginning, a whisper of something to come, a glimpse of a cross. Centuries before Roman nails ever pierced human skin. Could it be that God placed a shadow of His sacrifice in His own name? Long before Calvary, the cross was already there, waiting in the letters, waiting to be seen. This isn't coincidence. This is prophecy. In plain sight, this name, Yahweh, wasn't just spoken by prophets. It was carved into stone, sealed in silver, whispered on battlefields, and carried in the hearts of kings. On a weathered stone slab called the Mesha stele, the enemies of Israel chiseled His name in defiance, mocking a God they could not erase. In Jerusalem, 2 small silver scrolls, buried over 2,600 years ago, were unearthed. Etched into them was the priestly blessing and the name of God, Yahweh, preserved through fire, war, and time. These scrolls, older than the Dead Sea Scrolls, prove something beautiful. This name was not myth or legend. It was real, sacred, love. But something changed. Over time, fear crept in. People stopped saying the name, not out of shame, but out of trembling reverence. Too holy, they said. Too powerful to speak. So they replaced it with titles like Lord, but in doing so, something intimate was lost. The closeness of a name became the distance of a title. In Hebrew tradition, some rabbis believed something breathtaking. They said, the name of God, Yahweh, sounds like breathing. Yah, as you inhale. Weh, as you exhale. Your very breath, speaking his name, without you even trying. From your first newborn cry, to the last breath you ever take, his name is there, riding on the rhythm of your lungs. Every moment of joy or sorrow, every sigh, you've been calling out to him without saying a word. When words fail, when the pain is too deep for prayer, your breath still whispers, Yahweh. Isn't it just like God? To make sure we never forget him, not with memory, but with breath. You don't need fancy words. You don't need a perfect life, because his name is already part of you. You may feel broken, doubting, distant, but God says, I am, not I was, or I might be, but I am, right now, right here, exactly what you need. Peace, strength, forgiveness. He becomes what your heart cries for, even when your voice is silent. This name is not just divine, it's personal. It's not just ancient, it's alive. You belong, not because you earned it, but because your very breath carries his name. Did this stir something in you? Did you feel it? That holy whisper, rising from within? Tell us below what the name YHWH means to you. Maybe someone you love needs this gentle reminder. Share this video and remind them they're closer to God than they think. And if these mysteries awaken something in your soul, subscribe. We have so much more to uncover, because faith is a journey, and his name is just the beginning.